Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. If you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure that you click that subscribe button. Got lots more videos coming out over the next couple of weeks, so please all stay tuned for that. If you haven't yet seen my video that I posted yesterday, where I'm discussing the Hot Wheels brand and whether it's worth buying super elite models or not, please go and check that out now. I'll leave a link in the description below. But in today's video, I'm back at the Diecast cabinet. Now, if you're new to the channel, you probably haven't seen this before. This is my entire 118 Diecast model car collection, predominantly all from Auto Art Signature, but I've got a couple of BBR Diecasts at the bottom there too. Consists of around 25-30 models at the moment. Obviously, if you've been subscribed for a while now, you're probably very familiar with the cabinet and the models that I've got in there. But in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing them in order of value, because I think there are some really good bargains here. Some model cars that are not very expensive, and I think you'll be very interested to know the prices of these at the moment. And I haven't really done a diecast video at the moment in terms of discussing the models' values in order of kind of the cheapest models that you can buy right now, working all the way up to some of the most expensive diecast models you can get. Little hint there. But let's start off at the cheaper end and work our way up. So I think kind of Auto Art Signature, predominantly all are extremely highly detailed, very expensive models, but not all of their signature models are as expensive as people think. So let's start off with some of the cheaper models that you can get from Auto Art Signature, starting off with some of the Bugatti models that they first made. So I picked up this Bugatti EB110. This is the GT version. They also made the SS version. I picked this up for £140. This is my cheapest Auto Art Signature model that I've got in my collection, and I only picked it up around a year ago too. So prices of these have definitely dropped since Auto Art first released them, and you can probably pick them up from anywhere between £100 to £140 right now. I would recommend getting the one in blue. I think blue is kind of their flagship colour for Bugatti. I know they also made a silver one and a red one. But yeah, you can pick these up really cheaply now. And moving across to the other Bugatti models, you can always pick these up for around kind of £200, £250 right now. For the standard production car and the 16.4 version, again, you're hovering around the £200, £250 mark for the Veyrons. And once you start getting into the more of the special edition versions, that's when the prices start to increase slightly, but we'll come on to them shortly as well. But other good bargains that are around the £140, £150 mark is also the MP4-12C. Now, if you haven't yet seen my review on this model, please go and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. I am super impressed with this model car. It's so detailed, and I think for the money that you can pick these up for, they're an absolute great buy. They're really underrated at the moment, and their detail is absolutely phenomenal. Leave a link in the description for you guys to check that out now. But yeah, you can pick these up for around £150 to £160 roughly. So yeah, definitely worth having a look at that. Also, you know, orange is probably the best colour to get the MP4-12C in, kind of McLaren's flagship colour. So I know they made some other colours as well, but definitely keep an eye out for the orange version, and they are really good buys right now. Next, we've got the Gumpert. Now, I'm not sure prices at the moment, but I definitely picked these up for around, well, I picked this one up for £180 nearly 2 years ago now. So again, you're hovering around kind of the £150 to £160, £180 mark for the Gumperts, and they are, again, like the MP4, they are really underrated at the moment, but they are very highly detailed. Some of the detail around the engine bay, you can take the whole front compartment off, is really, really good. So definitely worth checking out the Gumpert series on eBay. You can definitely pick up some really good buys there too. And next we're moving on to a couple of the Lambos. Now again, from Auto Art Signature, you can pick these up for around, we're probably approaching the £200 mark now for the Sesto Elemento and the Aventador. I mean, you can maybe get an Aventador for just under £200, but I think on average prices at the moment are around the 200, just over, for both of these models. I think they are quite rare now. Obviously the Aventador Roadster, which is one that I'm really trying to get, is worth a lot more at the moment. But yeah, Lamborghinis at the moment, the Aventador and the Sesto are hovering around the £200 mark. And then moving on to the more special edition Bugattis, again, these are around the £250 to £300 mark. I think you can maybe get a Persang for slightly less, but the Sangnors are definitely worth over £250, probably coming up to around the £300 mark now for a Sangnor. But again, they're really cool model cars, and they're so rare right now, the special edition Veyron models that they've made. And then also moving on, we've got the Super Sport. This one is the Marvin Next edition. So this is a full carbon fibre with all the blue touches model. Again, prices are around the £250, £300 mark. Quite rare in this spec with the full carbon fibre work. But again, really cool model. And then we've also got the other special edition Veyron. Now these ones are particularly rare, the ones in blue. I haven't really seen many for sale on eBay, so I'm not really quite sure how much they're going for at the moment, but I think they're definitely over £300. I think they are the rarest of the bunch. They made one in red, blue, yellow, and in cream as well, so really rare models now. And then also the Super Sport as well, which again is around the £250 to £300 mark in terms of the World Record Edition Super Sport model. This one isn't the one. Auto Art made two. They limited the World Record Edition to 1,000 pieces. This one is the road version as well. But again, awesome models to have in the collection. Next, we've got the LFA. Now again, if I had the yellow one, it'd probably be worth a couple of £100 more. But the matte black version is still going strong at the moment. Again, very rare pieces. I probably put this around the £400 to £450 mark. Very rare model. Again, the yellow ones I've seen go as much as like £600, £650. But nevertheless, the black one is still an awesome spec to get. And to be honest, if you find any LFA right now, Nürburgring edition, for sale, then you got to buy it, because they come up so infrequently and they're so rare right now. Next, we've got a little bit of a surprise contender, the Honda NSX. This is the Type R edition. Now again, people don't think this is a very expensive model because it's a Honda. It's not like a Lamborghini or a Bugatti. But this one is definitely a super underrated model right now. Probably the most underrated model at the moment, I think, in the whole cabinet. This one is definitely over kind of £500, £550, maybe even £600, because they are so rare, and they definitely have held their value and definitely gone up, you know, 2 or 3-fold since I bought them. So the Honda NSX, the original one, and the Type R are both going really strong at the moment on the second-hand market. So definitely worth having a look at that. They are so rare. Next, we've got the massive Maserati MC12. Now again, prices at the moment, I think there's a blue one up on eBay right now for around the £450 mark, £500 mark. But I think the white and blue is the one to get. And if I were to put this up, I'd probably hover it around the same price as the NSX, maybe around the £500, £550 mark. So again, prices across the board have really gone up quite a lot for some of the older Auto Art signature models. And then moving on to the Koenigseggs. Now again, the CCX is probably worth slightly less than the Agera. You can find CCXs now for anywhere between kind of £400 to £500, maybe around the £450 mark. They're not as rare as some of the other models, but they are still quite rare. And then next we've got the Koenigsegg Agera. Now this one is a super rare model. Prices again hovering around probably around the 6, 7, maybe even up to £800 mark for an Agera. Now, I haven't seen many come up on eBay, but they are extremely expensive now, and they've done a lot more than the CCX. And then we've got the McLaren combo here, the F1 combo. Now, you know, everyone knows the prices of F1s at the moment. They've just absolutely skyrocketed, especially the road version. Now, again, you've got one, I think, on sale right now, and it's over £1,000. A silver one for sale, but I think the black one will still go as strong as the silver one. It's still a popular colour for an F1, so I definitely put this one at around £1,000. I don't think the LM is worth as much, maybe slightly less, maybe around the 750, 850 mark for an LM. But yeah, these two are definitely some of the most expensive auto art models you can buy. And then in terms of auto art, we have to touch on Pagani. Now, these are the kind of flagship models from auto art. Now, the Huayra is probably the least expensive out of the four. Prices are around the kind of, again, the £500–600 mark. But the Zonda, the Zonda R, the Revolution, and then the Blue Revolution are probably the most expensive auto art models you can buy. Starting off at the Pagani Zonda R. Now, again, I think the minimum price for a good condition Zonda R is £500–550. You won't find one really for less than that unless it's been used. But the Revolutions are definitely double that. I haven't seen a Blue Revolution for under £1,000 in the last 12 months. And I haven't really seen a white one for under £1,000 in the last year or 18 months. So these two are probably around the £1,000 mark, maybe slightly more. But they are some of the most detailed models you can buy right now in terms of 118 diecast models. They are absolutely phenomenal. And then obviously at the bottom we've got the BBR models. These two are the diecast models from BBR, and again, like all of the other models, these two are just so rare right now. And again, I think they're probably around maybe the £450–500 mark for each. You don't really see many of these come up for sale, so it's hard to put an exact price on them, but they are extremely rare, and that probably what makes the prices go up. So you know, it's definitely a tricky one at the moment in terms of BBR models. You don't see many of them come up, so it's very hard to put a price on them. But in terms of the collection as a whole, it's definitely done well over the last kind of 10–15 years that I've had all of these models. Now, again, I bought most of these direct from Auto Art. There's only a couple of them which I had to buy secondhand and pay a slight premium for, like the White Revolution and a couple of the McLarens. But the rest, I was fortunate enough to buy all direct from Auto Art. So, you know, I haven't paid the massive premiums that they are all worth now, because some of them have gone up massively. But in terms of buying really good, cheaper Auto Art models, definitely recommend the MP4, the EB110, the Gumpert, and some of the Lamborghinis. Definitely all worth to have a look at. But kind of, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, seeing some of the diecast models, and I'll see you guys very, very soon for more videos to come. Cheers, bye.